Today we are going to start making our owl using lots of paper, and you can notice that we are going to be creating letters. So we have a big U for the body, we have a B, capital B, for the eyes, we have a D and another D, an upside down D for the wings, and we have two O's for the eyes. Now the first thing is I want you to grab a tan piece of paper and a green piece of paper. Now you are going to notice that I did not cut this brown piece of paper. I tore it to give it really interesting and nice texture. So with your green paper, you are going to tear just the edges off. No more than that. We want to keep it similar to a rectangle with just torn edges. So I'm going to rip just a little bit. I'm going to go really slowly and gently, and I'm just going to do one side to start. Then I'm going to turn it, and again I'm just going to do a little bit, and if it tears off a little bit too much, that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to do the third side, same way, keeping it a rectangle. It's not perfect, that's okay. That's why we're tearing it. If we wanted it to be perfect, we would just use scissors. And I'm going to tear it a little bit more on the edge. So all four sides are torn. I'm going to put my scraps in the recycling. When I say go, I want you to open the glue, roll it up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the green piece of paper. Now it's not covering every part, but enough. I'm going to flip my green piece of paper over, put it in the middle of my tan paper, and rub. Make sure it's nice and stuck. Then I can close the glue and set it aside. Next, I want you to flip over your artwork so you cannot see the green piece of paper, and write your name right in the middle of the back of your artwork. Next, I want you to grab your blue piece of paper. Now you can see I have my paper the tall way. We're going to make a nice big U. I'm going to draw a Sharpie so that you can see it, but you will be drawing with pencil. I'm going to start at the top, go all the way to the bottom, making a nice big U. Next, I'm going to do a little U connecting this side with this side. Next, I'm going to cut out, going nice and slow, because art is never a race, rotating the paper. I'm going to cut out my U, or my owl's body. Then once again, once you're done cutting, you can put your scraps in the recycling. Next, when I say go, I'm going to open my glue again, and I'm going to glue the side that has the pencil line. For me, it has the Sharpie, but for you, it has the pencil line, so that when we glue it, you cannot see any of our pencil lines. I have plenty of glue on there. I'm going to flip it over and put it right on my green piece of paper. Next, I want you to grab the orange piece of paper. This is where we're going to draw our eyes, which are going to be the letter B. It's going to be a capital B. I'm going to turn my paper the tall way. I'm going to start by drawing my line. Then I'll do a small one, and a big B. Again, I'm drawing in Sharpie so that you can see it, but you're drawing in pencil. Notice how it's almost touching the top, it's almost touching the bottom, and same with the sides. Once you've drawn it, you can go ahead and cut out your B. And when you're done, you can put your scraps in the recycling. Then, when I say go, I'm going to turn my B over. I'm going to put some glue on it, and I'm going to glue it near the top. These are my owl's eyes. Next, you're going to choose two rectangles that are the same color. I've decided to use purple. This is going to be my wings. I'm going to do a capital D. So again, I'm going to do a line and a nice big D. Same thing on this one. A line and a nice big D. Notice how they are taking up almost the entire space of my purple paper. Once I've drawn them, I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. Scraps can go in the recycling bin. Once I have cut out my D, I'm going to put glue on the side with a pencil, and I'm going to have the straight side pointing out. And it's at an angle, so it's on my owl, but it's also on my green paper. Again, I'm going to have the straight side of the D pointing out. So the curved side is pointing in. Next, you're going to get a white piece of paper. We are going to make O's. These are our eyes. I'm going to do, I want you to fold your paper in half. Fold it in half. Then I want you to draw a nice big circle. This time you're going to keep it folded and cut it. This way we're going to have two O's that are the exact same size. Circles are hard to cut, so notice how I'm rotating the paper and the scissors. And your scraps can go in the recycling bin. Now I have two eyes. Again, we're going to put glue on our eyes and put them right in the middle of our B. Make sure they're nice and stuck. And the final paper that we need is black. The black is going to add a beak and then some details for our ears. What I want you to do is, you have 4 corners. I want you to cut off one corner and then cut off another corner. So you have 2 right triangles, and I'm going to put those up in the ear. And then you need a small one for the beak, so I'm going to use the other side. And I have my beak. Go ahead and glue it. So I have my beak. Now we are done gluing. We are done cutting, but we still have to add some details to really make it look like an owl. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to trace with a Sharpie around my owl. I'm going to outline my owl. Notice how I'm not going over my wings I'm picking up my Sharpie and going around my owl at the top and the bottom. Next, I'm going to trace the same thing along the edge of the bee. I'm going to do the same thing with my eyes. In my eyes, I'm even going to add another, with my Sharpie, black line. I may even add some eyelashes. Notice how they're just at the side of my eyes. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to trace along the edge of the D. And I'm going to add some feather lines. I'm going to add some wavy lines on the belly. And I'm going to add some wavy lines, some little wavy lines on the wings. Now we have to make sure that our owl looks like it's standing somewhere. We're missing feet. So I'm going to start all the way over here. I'm going to draw a line and have it go up. So it's straight, and then once I pass my owl, I have it go up. I'm going to start down here. Go underneath, and this time I'm going to have it diagonal down. So we kind of have a big V here. Then I'm going to add a V, a sideways V, to make it look like a branch. And of course, we need to add feet. Next, I'm going to add a big moon. I'm going to add some swirls. And I'm going to go over, I'm going to color in my moon with white color pencil. And then I'm going to go over all my swirls with white color pencil. And finally, I'm going to go over my branch with brown color pencil.